Want to again take you back to a little history of young Dolph, who was actually born in Chicago, and he moved to Memphis with his family at the age of 2, and released his first, I guess, Steph, really big solo album in 2016, and it topped the went to the top of the charts and did extremely well. And
it was a shout out to Memphis.
Yeah, the king of Memphis.
Yeah.
It actually peaked at number 49 on the Billboard 200 charts, and then just last year, his 7th studio album, which was called Rich Slave, was released in 2020 and became his 8th, his highest charting project, debuting at number 4 on the Billboard 200. So what an impact this young man was making, especially in music as a whole, but especially hip hop and rap.
That's right, that's right. And again, you don't have to be a music fan or a rap fan in order to be touched by this. This is heartbreaking for just about anybody who lives in this city to hear that we have lost one of our own.
Because so many people are, let's face it, sick and tired of this happening. What seems like almost every day. You know, you pick up a newspaper, you watch the news, and unfortunately we are reporting about that.
Yes, yes. And as we said, many people are weighing in on this. We heard from, I think, Antonio Parkinson, who is tied loosely to the music industry as well.
Yes, he is. He was into hip-hop music, especially when he and I first met back in the 1990s.
Right.
And has always continued to have an affiliation with music, as well as, of course, being a state representative now.
Right. And we'll go ahead and roll up the prompter to tell you what Mayor Jim Strickland released just a few minutes ago. He says, quote, "The tragic shooting death of rap artist Young Dolph serves as another reminder of the pain that violent crime brings with it. My thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends. To honor all victims of violent crime, I ask for calm in our city to allow the Memphis Police Department to do their duty to capture those responsible. I'd also like to ask that motorists continue to avoid the area of Airways and I-240. He's asking for calm.
Yes, and that's what's definitely needed. Again, as we had reported, we had been actually hearing of some people, you know, parking their cars along the interstate system, trying to walk down to Airways and catch them. As we've been indicating, please do not do that.
Yeah, he has some very, very loyal fans who follow him on social media. If you follow him on social media, you know, he's always, you know, talking about Memphis and where he's from, and giving props to South Memphis and some of the spots that he visits, like Makita's Cookies, where he was today when he was gunned down. But he's a family man, which, you know, may surprise some people, but not to those who follow him. He has a couple of little small kids, and when he's at the Grizzlies game courtside, you might see one of the little kids there. I think once he tweeted that he was Dolph, young Dolph, and the other one was younger Dolph.
Wow.
And it was a millionaire and another millionaire in the making.
I like that.
So he was about passing on what he had gained and to his children as a legacy.
And you remember the story that Jarita Patterson just shared with us about what he wanted to do for his sons as when it comes to purchasing homes. That
generational wealth.
And he was actually, as you can indicate, he was investing, I should say, in Memphis as well, giving back here. So
because he could have lived anywhere.
Yes, he could.
But he chose to remain here in Memphis with the people that he loved and the people that helped make his career.
Yeah.